Hello everybody, welcome to my latest video. This is going to be a video on Achilles Legends. This released on the 2nd of November 2023, and it's an isometric RPG with a difference. So this is touted as a Souls-like combat experience, which I think is a bit of a push, but it does include stamina-based dodge and parry mechanics, as well as the traditional light and heavy attacks, as well as skills. So it's definitely something a little bit different from your normal hack and slash, but it's not quite to the level of Demon Souls or Elden Ring, let's put it that way. Now, it's pretty nice looking. The opening section is the very well-known story of the invasion of Troy. You don't get to see any Trojan horse, unfortunately, but you do get to fight against some of the historical, I'm going to say historical with inverted commas here, some mythical characters, such as Achilles and Hector. Now I'm going to show the Hector battle because it's the first boss fight you experience in the game, and it does actually have one of the main character points being, once you defeat an enemy, you are given the option as to whether you want to kill them or keep them alive, save them. With Hector, you don't get that option, but I think it's purely because it would kind of kill the story if you did let him live. And it does give you, like I say, an overview into that mechanic. Now, that will happen at the end of the fight, but I wanted to show you the entire fight simply because you get to see the stamina drain mechanic quite well in this particular battle. It's quite a long drawn out fight, although definitely not difficult. This, as I say, is the first time you really get tested with your ability to use the combat mechanics, and I was not up to speed with it by this point, unfortunately. The nature of the combat is you have undodgeable, or I should say unparryable and unblockable attacks, which have the red kind of, I'm going to say NBC, but that's the wrong thing. It's basically the red peacock feathers above the head. When that happens, you kind of cannot parry or block those attacks, you have to dodge them. And there we go, there was the animation for kill or save, and obviously only kill was available. Now, I don't want to show you the entire area of that, so I'm going to skip ahead to a little bit further on, not too much further on. I haven't played to the end of the game yet. I'm literally a couple of hours in at the moment, but this is prior to that. This is literally probably 15-20 minutes into the game. And as with a lot of these type of games, it kind of sets you into a different area and you don't have a lot of the equipment you start the game with. I don't know why they do this. I think it's to show you what the game is going to be like when you get better and then take it away from you so you feel a loss. I do feel a loss, but not in a good way. But anyway. What this game does have, which I was not really sure about, and in my playthrough I still haven't experienced it, but I have watched some videos on the actual PlayStation Store page, and you can change the look of your character. Your armour and your weapon, your shield and your weapon definitely change. I have managed to do that, and I have managed to level up the armour that I am wearing, but it hasn't changed its appearance at all. However, on some of the images on the PlayStation Store, the character looks completely different. So I'm going to say you can get different armour sets in the future or further in the game. So hopefully that will happen. So let's just have a look at how the menu screens work. It's a very simple system. You have a weapon slot and you have a shield slot. You have a belt or a bag as it is, which includes all of your healing and consumables. And then right down the bottom of the page you have your armour and its level. That's basically all there is to it. There's not really that much else. Once you're travelling around the world, you find these shrines to Hades. You have to kill some enemies around, but this is where you can basically level up your character, or Achilles, because you can't make your own. You're always with Achilles. The skills are, I'm going to say, a cross between Diablo's learnt skills and Diablo's Paragon system. It's kind of like both in one in this situation. So you'll have a number of passive abilities, or passive skills is the wrong term, it's just passive effects, I suppose, like increased vitality and things like that. But in amongst those you will actually have an activated skill that you can learn, and that's where this game does start to change, because you can equip those to 3 buttons. You'll have L2, which is on this game currently mapped to throw shield, and square, which is kind of like a kick. Now I have unlocked a foot stamp, which includes an area of effect damage in my game, so you do have other skills that you can map to these buttons, which open up later on, which is again quite nice. Now the opening section leads you to believe that it's just going to be man versus man, but one of the reasons I wanted to show you this later stage was because I think you can see you're fighting skeletons raising from the dead. Skeletons aren't the only thing you'll be fighting though, and you do go more into the Greek legends than I was expecting. I was expecting this to be the story of Achilles and basically his Trojan War. It isn't. You basically get to fight man-sized plants, or should I say man-eating plants, because he's a little bit bigger than Achilles, which again have some interesting mechanics. Not only is it a plant, but it's a fire-spitting plant, of all things. Quite nice graphically. You also have animals, so far I have 4 lions and wolves, a whole pack of wolves, and as with some other games of this nature, you have to defeat all of the enemies in the area before you can unlock things, so chests and temples. You have statues. Now, if ever you have seen Clash of the Titans, the original, or any of those, the Argonauts for example, animated statues and things like that are quite common in Greek myth, and it's nice to see them included in this game, and looking so good, if you can make stone look good. But there we go. We have giant spider mantis type things, which again seem to be very flame focused. There's a lot of flame theme in this, by the way. I personally think all of these are really nice. I was confused by this one though. So this one is, you kind of have episodes throughout the game where you get to see these spirit beasts and have to defeat them. Likewise, you have cyclopses. I'm guessing you have minotaurs. In fact, I know you have minotaurs. I'm guessing I'm going to see one soon, because it is in the videos on the PlayStation Store. But the fights are interesting, especially when you get ganged up by these big enemies. They are quite hard to defeat when they're in a group, especially as they do a lot of unblockable attacks. I also got to fight a griffin. Unfortunately, I like griffins, I don't like killing them, but again it was an interesting fight, and at this stage I had actually unlocked some weapons which had elemental attacks on them. I should go into what I think of the game. So opening voice acting is bad. I don't really know what else to say. Graphically, I think it's pretty decent. I don't think it's bad at all. Animation-wise, it's also quite nice. The sound in general is pretty decent, and I would say that if you were going to pay full price, as in a full price AAA game, like £60 or £70, then I would say definitely hold out, because I don't think it's worth that. But I do think it is worth the asking price. I think when I got it, it was £29.99. And for the amount of game that you get, I do think that is worth it. It is a pretty decent, pretty good, fun, if not flawed, ARPG. And I do believe it's well worth the money they're asking. Well, hopefully, that's given you a bit of an idea about what Achilles Legends is like. Recommended for the price, and definitely one that I will be playing again in the future. If you have found this video useful, please make sure you do click the like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and please do leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the video and also the game. Have you got it, and what do you think of it yourself? I'm going to go. Thank you very much. I will see you for my next video very soon. You all take care. Bye for now.